I want to discuss trust with you today. Trust is sacred. It is the cornerstone of all relationships, be they friendship, business, or romantic. Nothing is standing without it. However, what occurs if that trust is abused? When you put your confidence in the wrong hands, people who will only exploit it to undermine you, deceive you, or worse, harm you, what happens? You should never trust some kinds of people. And the reason I'm here today is to make sure you know about them before they cost you anything irreplaceable. Your calm, your vitality, your development. A person who talks but never acts is the first kind of person you should never trust. This individual is the one with all the words, all the promises, and all the ideals. They will tell you everything you want to hear, including how they will help you, how they will make things happen, and how they will improve your situation. However, they disappear like smoke when it comes time to take charge and fulfill those commitments. They will have every justification for why it couldn't happen, but they won't be there when the moment comes. To be sure, words have great power. But what really sets the dreamers apart from the doers is action. You can't trust someone to be on your side if they can talk the talk but not the walk. Words are not as powerful as actions. You should not invest your time or energy in someone if they are unable to fulfill their commitments or demonstrate their loyalty via their actions. People who refuse to create with you cannot be built with. The individual who constantly demands attention is the second kind of person you should be on the lookout for. Drama and approval are what this individual thrives on. Additionally, they manipulate everything so that it is all about them. They desire attention, recognition, and accolades. And they're right there front and center, taking in all the praise when things are going well. However, when things go wrong or the focus changes, you'll watch them disappear into the background and act as though they had nothing to do with it. Control is what this type of person lives on. You are not important to them. They are interested in your appearance and your ability to legitimize them. And they will be quick to turn against you once it is no longer about them. People who look on others for approval should be avoided. They're not looking out for your best interests, they only have their own interests in mind. Let's now discuss the third category of individuals. A person who is unable to applaud your accomplishments is someone you should never trust. This is the individual that makes you smile, but their eyes are filled with jealousy. They are unable to applaud you when you succeed. They can't clap when you win. Instead, they will try to minimize your accomplishments, make you feel as though you don't deserve them, or worse, try to bring you down to their level. These people are harmful because they drain your spirit, not because they give you physical harm. The appropriate people in your life will be there to celebrate with you, to support you, and to help you reach your full potential when you succeed. But for those who are unable to recognize your accomplishments, your failure merely serves to validate their own inadequacies. Someone has no place in your life if they can't celebrate your successes. Cut them free. Instead of those who wish to see you stay where you are, you need people who will encourage you to move forward. At last, we reach the fourth and last category of individuals. A person who presents one face to you while concealing another should never be trusted. They are the ones who are lying. They are scheming against you under a facade of loyalty, friendliness, and goodwill. They are the ones that will put a smile on your face while behind your back. They are disparaging you, spreading false information, or attempting to prevent you from succeeding. They are experts at manipulating others, taking sides and feigning friendship while trying to undermine you. You see, openness is key to trust. It's important to understand that you receive what you see, but these folks will always have a secret goal. Since they are aware that their genuine motives are poisonous, they lack the bravery to be themselves. When you least expect it, these are the ones who will burn you. Avoid them. You should have faith in those who are sincere, honest, and willing to tell you the truth, even if it's difficult to hear. I'm here to advise you to be careful who you put your trust in, to safeguard your progress, your vitality, and your tranquility. Even while not everyone in your life is looking out for your best interests, you'll be better able to protect your heart and keep going forward if you know what to look for and can spot those who are simply bringing drama, manipulation, and negativity. Remain strong and intelligent, and never forget that trust must be earned rather than bestowed. You should be surrounded by positive people rather than negative ones. There are persons with exceptional verbal skills in the globe. They have a lot to say, they talk passionately, they make lofty promises, but they never follow through on them when it comes to actually performing the work or turning up. They are the ones that never do anything but talk. Watch them carefully, but they will tell you what they plan to do, how they will change things, and how they will overcome. You'll discover that their promises are vacuous and their words are meaningless. In actuality, they never take the necessary actions to bring about any of it. It's easy to talk, you see, anyone can talk. But action is what distinguishes the real achievers from the talkers. Examine a person's actions to get a sense of who they are. Words are like money, regardless of what they say. They may have a pleasing tone. Although they can persuade, they are no longer useful. A person who speaks without action is merely making noise when they have nothing meaningful to say. People who deliver on their promises are the ones you want to surround yourself with. People who show up, work hard, and walk the walk are the ones you should focus your energies on. Results are valuable, but talk is cheap. When someone talks but never does anything, it drains your energy. They occupy your time, filling it with their ideas of what may be in their promises. But you're left in the dark when they finally arrive, leaving you to question why you trusted them in the first place. The problem is that empty promises cannot be used to build anything. A future cannot be built solely on words. Success is built on action, not promises. Therefore, don't believe someone outright when they promise to make something happen. Watch to see what they do in reality. Words are simple, but the true value is in action. Additionally, you must acknowledge that this type of individual frequently causes distractions. They will continue to discuss their plans, ambitions, and how they intend to accomplish this and that. However, they are not taking any action while they are conversing. You also cannot afford to squander time on unfulfilled promises. You must surround yourself with those who will encourage, push, and act with you in pursuit of your goals and aspirations. People who can make their words a reality are what you need. People who are always working toward their objectives rather than just talking about them, because in reality, time is valuable. You have a finite amount of energy. Additionally, you cannot squander it on those who only talk. Let me explain. You can never get back the time you spend with someone who just talks and never does anything. Those moments could be spent developing, maturing, and succeeding, but with talkers, you'll be caught in a never-ending cycle of empty promises and words that eventually wear you down. It will deplete your motivation and wear you down, and before you realize it, you'll start questioning your own capacity for success and wondering why things aren't progressing. The secret is to cut the talkers loose once you see them for what they are. You safeguard not only your energy but also your time and vision. Give up taking excuses. Don't put up with mediocre efforts. Make sure someone fulfills their commitments when they make them. Hold them responsible for their promises. Nobody should ever take you for granted. Waiting for someone to get their act together is a waste of time because you are too valuable. Look, this might affect your future. Every day matters. Every choice matters. Additionally, you cannot afford to get sidetracked by talkative people. Nothing. Find those who do then. Look for those who work hard. Look for people who not only dream but also turn those dreams become reality. For it is them who will assist you in rising. They are the ones that will accompany you on your journey toward your objectives. Together, you will not only discuss success but actually bring it to fruition. People who live on attention exist in this world. They seem to need it, as though it were essential to their survival. The problem is that they are easy to detect, since everything they do is intended to draw attention to themselves and make them the focal point of the scene. The individual who constantly demands attention is not merely someone who occasionally relishes the spotlight. No, it's what this person lives for. To make sure they are always in the spotlight, this person will stop at nothing, even if others are harmed in the process. Yes, you see, they're not satisfied with life as it is. They constantly want to be seen, heard, affirmed, and admired. They are the ones who take every conversation and use it to further their own agenda. They are the ones who must continuously share their successes, challenges, and anything else that brings them attention. They want to be the one being watched by everyone if there is a crowd. They want to be remembered by everyone if there is an event. They are dangerous not because they are constantly noisy or boisterous, but because they thrive on drama. They will feed off the energy of other people's attention like a vampire feeding off blood. And when that energy isn't directed at them, they will do whatever it takes to reroute it back to themselves. To keep everyone's focus on themselves, they will create situations in which they can be the victim, the hero, the person in need of help, or the one with the solution. They thrive on turmoil. However, you'll discover that when the focus moves to someone else, their response isn't one of joy for the other person, but rather one of envy, animosity, and occasionally even sabotage. The thought of someone else being noticed or honored is intolerable to them. They must be the main attraction. They must be the topic of conversation. Insecurity is frequently the root cause of this attention-seeking behavior. Until they receive recognition from others, these people don't feel good enough about themselves. They haven't learned how to fill the emptiness inside themselves, and praise, admiration, and acclaim fill it. They are hollow on the inside, so they look for approval from others. Without the continual affirmation from the outside world, they are unable to stand strong on their own. But their craving for attention isn't the only thing that poses a threat. In order to obtain it, they will manipulate people, circumstances, and even friendships. To better themselves, they will bring others down. They will disseminate rumors, give partial truths, and start needless arguments in order to keep themselves in the spotlight. They take energy from everyone around them and feed off of drama, gradually draining relationships, communities, and organizations of their vitality. "Oh, that's nice," they will say. "What comes next, though? Or you believe you ought to see what I accomplished the previous year." You can't appreciate your moment because of them. I can't allow you to enjoy the gratification of seeing how hard you've worked. The last thing they want is to be reminded of their own failings and fears. Therefore, they will swiftly turn the attention back to themselves, their life, and their failures. Although they may appear to be pleased for you, they are really just using your accomplishment as a reminder of all the things they haven't accomplished, everything they have failed to do. And having someone like that around is dangerous, my friend. Their incapacity to support you is not the only risk. Their inaction, indifference, and passive-aggressive remarks can also negatively impact your mood. It's the burden they carry on an emotional level. They may cause you to doubt your own value and believe that your success is undeserved. It may cause you to question your worth, skills, and self-worth. Here's the reality, though. Your accomplishments are not reflected in their incapacity to celebrate you. Their refusal to enjoy your victory is an indication of their internal conflict and lack of self-acceptance. It's a reflection of their limits, fears, and incapacity to recognize excellence when it's not their own. We have to clarify something now. Not everyone is a nasty person if they don't celebrate your success. Sometimes folks are simply coping with their own problems and aren't able to help you because they haven't learned how to help themselves. However, if this starts to happen frequently and this individual never expresses happiness when you are successful, it's time to stand back and evaluate the relationship. People that truly care about your well-being are true friends and supporters. They will support you during your darkest moments and rejoice with you during your best ones. They know your achievement doesn't take away from theirs. They are aware that your triumph does not diminish their worth. They actually view it as evidence that anything is achievable and that the possibilities are endless. The person who is unable to share in your triumph is not merely jealous or resentful if you remain resolute. They are someone who considers you a rival, someone who perceives your achievement as a danger. The unfortunate reality is that those who see your advancement as a rivalry will always attempt to impede your growth. Even though they may not be aware of it, their deeds speak louder than words. They will minimize your achievements, minimize your efforts, and attempt to lower you to a level that suits them. The main issue, however, is not that they are unable to celebrate your accomplishments. Rather, it is that they are unaware of the value of teamwork, the importance of encouraging one another, and the actual definition of success. Your accomplishment should ultimately never cause discomfort to others. You should take it as a sign if those around you are unable to celebrate your victory. You won't grow up in that kind of setting. You won't be able to realize your full potential there. The individuals that believe in your vision are the ones who cheer you on and applaud you. Something ignites inside them when they glimpse the fire within you. They are the ones that will accompany you on your journey to success. They will assist you reach even higher levels, but you have to realize that you are not supposed to be with individuals who can't celebrate you or who can't be there for you with all of their heart. Be cautious of the people you surround yourself with while you pursue your goals and create your future. Be in the company of people who truly celebrate your victories and don't see them as a threat, but rather as an occasion to rejoice. When you reach your goals, these are the people who will support, encourage, and uplift you. And they'll be right there, calling your name from the rooftops when the time comes for you to complete the most difficult walk. Because they understand that your triumph also means theirs. A certain kind of individual will cheerfully join your life and pose as your best friend, confidante, or ally. They will use the appropriate language, give you the impression that they are rooting for you, and perhaps even celebrate your victories with you. However, something changes when you glance away and turn your back. As the disguise they wear starts to come off, you see a whole different picture. Even while they might not say it aloud, their behavior says a lot. They are the ones that will discredit you behind your back, tear you down when you're not around, and suddenly try to destroy everything you've worked so hard to achieve. They just present you with one side of the story. Another lurks beneath the surface, concealed in the shadows, waiting to attack at any moment. These individuals live on dishonesty. They are experts at deceit, creating an image that is kind, inviting, and sincere, but only when it benefits them. They've mastered the art of playing the game, telling you what you want to hear, and convincing you of their allegiance while surreptitiously attempting to bring you down. Playing both sides, they say one thing to you and something completely different to other people. And while they keep you enthralled, they wait for the ideal opportunity to reveal their actual selves through their sly words and silence. But realize that beneath that facade is a calculating, cold person whose sole objective is to hold on to power and control. They have no concern for your well-being. All that matters to them is how they can utilize you to achieve their goals. These people are sometimes difficult to identify at first. They are skilled at blending in, being endearing, and winning your trust. However, you must follow your gut. Pay heed to the feeling that something is not quite right, that everything is not as it seems. When it comes to friendship, love, and loyalty, these people frequently talk a big game, but when the time comes for them to behave honorably and show up, they vanish. They're the ones who will put you under the bus to protect themselves, who will turn a blind eye when you need them most, and who will pull away when the heat is on. They aren't trustworthy at all. They are self-centered. In actuality, these individuals pose a threat as they work in secret. Since that would reveal their frailty, they don't want you to see them for who they really are. Therefore, they conceal themselves behind flattery, compassion, praises, and anything else that obscures their actual motivations. They will use manipulation to paint you as the villain and themselves as the hero. They have the ability to manipulate language, fabricate stories, and cause you to doubt reality even when the reverse is true. And they flourish in that chaos. However, you must understand that this type of action is not loyalty. It's dishonest. It's not affection. Manipulation is what it is. You can't unsee it once you recognize it for what it is. You can't afford to continue to trust them by giving them the benefit of the doubt. You have to have the fortitude to leave someone when they reveal their true nature. These individuals are toxic, therefore don't let them remain in your life. Your relationships are ruined by them. They contaminate both your development and your mental health. They want to watch you falter. They want to see you question yourself because it gives them a sense of authority which you cannot give them. The reality is that genuine partnerships do exist. Transparency, honesty, and trust are the foundations of true friendships, alliances, and relationships. When someone is prepared to be completely honest with you about their imperfections, you can tell they're real at that point. However, you can tell someone is solely interested in themselves when they continue to hide behind a mask and act like someone they're not. They're not here to help you build. Piece by piece, they will destroy you until you have nothing left to fight for. And that's not enough for you. People who will support you in the dark as well as the bright are what you deserve. People who will be authentic from the start are the ones you deserve. not people who hide and lie. Therefore, don't waste time questioning whether you're interpreting their actions too broadly. Trust your instincts, keep your heart in peace, and most importantly, keep your future safe. If you think that anything is wrong or that dishonesty is beckoning, you shouldn't be around those who hide behind false pretenses. You must be genuine. You must be genuine. You need people who support you because they sincerely believe in you and want you to succeed, not just because it will benefit them. Keep in mind that you should avoid being around people who wear masks and act like someone they're not. You don't have enough time to waste on folks who are dishonest. Trust, openness, and loyalty are the foundations of real relationships, the type that inspire and encourage you. Protect your heart, your peace, and your purpose as you go forward. Surround yourself with people who are brave enough to show you who they really are. And when you see someone wearing a mask, see it for what it is and leave them alone. When someone shows you their true self, believe them and don't waste any more time doubting their intentions. Because in your life, you deserve nothing less than genuine love, genuine support, and genuine truth. Keep your composure and trust that the proper people, those who are meant for you, will come. Not in the dark, but in their completeness.